Khubor ka Batisi TV. Lawan Rashapi da ka Frank Motors. The dark is here to rule.
Ka IZ Group of Institution Bangalore, kadai ke college babahatam nagabanta ka jingkuli nursing but paramedical course, hospital training, pinyo scholarship but 6% ka kam, haki hospital bahedo India but shabari. Nabanta ka jingkuli ka jingseo ka barik, but hila bandai group ban kuli da ka education loan, hila ruban syukola ho number, kandai nyo sao san riu pranot, lani kandai pran riu laisan, ar riu kandai pran.
Vice Chancellor ng National Law University Meghalaya Professor Indrajit Dubey hakishpotri kujumbang arja apulai ulapentip baka academic session ng National Law University nakabenta ka BA LLB BS LLB BBA LLB bat ka postgraduate program haka law LLM kan Sdang Naduh ubnai Naitung arja apulai hakijingakan bigilat pathai kubor Dubey ulai thu bagi samla pulie ilaban shu apply online yakabala play Naduh ka arphui terik uyayong arja apulai mat ka ban sakut no hak arphui terik jumbang arja apulai katba ka jing pelong yak admission test kan salong hak arpra terik jumbang arja apulai.
After the National Law or the National Law University of Meghalaya Act 2022 was passed by the Assembly on the 27th September 2023. So it's just a matter of 7 months, more than 7 months, which we have started our groundwork for setting up of the university. I just want to say that it was there from before, but then after we found that the setting up of the National Law University is very important for our state. So, under the able guidance and the dynamic leadership of our Honorable Chief Justice, Justice Sanjeev Banerjee, who with his constant intervention and monitoring, we were able to move ahead and have this act with us. Master Sanjeev Banerjee, the Honorable Chief Justice, is a man with principle, and with his intervention, aim and objective to improve the living condition of the people of the state of Meghalaya, and in particular, with regards to the improvement in the health and education sector. He has been the person who is giving us the power to move ahead, so that we can come and see what is the university, the National Law University Meghalaya, where it is right now. The honorable judges of the High Court of Meghalaya, Master Justice, I just thank you, and it has been one leading law. It has been very cooperative and supportive in the setting up this university. They left no stone unturned, and to see that the university comes up, what is right now. The government of Meghalaya, without its full support and maximum support from all angles, including financial and other requirements which the university required for setting up the university, we have received extensive and the maximum support of the government. Thank you to the state government, government of Meghalaya, all the line department, and just to give you the National Law University of Meghalaya has come up to impart legal education and training to the people of the state and also students from outside, with special focus in research in the field of legal field, and also with regards to public policy and policy science, with the power to confer certificate on the students. We are not bound to affiliate to any other university, because this is a university where the Act provides that the university is empowered with the power to confer the certificate to any students who study in this university. We have 7 months now. We have started the university. After 27th September 2022, we started the groundwork and have appointed the first Vice Chancellor, which is Professor Dubey, the first Registrar, which is Madam KML Lingdo, and the first Finance Officer, which is Masarat. So after the appointment of these 3 important persons in the university, the university started to function from the Meghalaya State Judicial Academy, from the campus of the Meghalaya State Judicial Academy, and right now we have located the temporary building for the National University, which is the Mayurbans complex, where the Nehru and the IIM has started the university. So we are very proud, and it's a proud moment for the state of Meghalaya as a whole to have its own university, and we wish everyone to come forward and take the advantage of joining the university. In particular, we have a very dynamic young Vice Chancellor, Professor Dubey, who is very futuristic with all the. He is more into technology, and a techno-driven university is coming up in the state of Meghalaya. It's a red letter day for us to come to now for giving this press conference, because of the National Law University of Meghalaya, where we have never expected that this will come so soon. We are expecting to commence the courses within this academic year, that is from July 2023. So we wish all of the Vice Chancellor, the faculty, and all the members, the family members of the National Law University the best, and may God bless each one of us.
Education Department, we would just like to state that the Education Department sees the National Law University of our own state in Meghalaya as a wonderful opportunity for the students of the state. We do have courses for law, but to have a university that too of the stature of National Law University is completely different dimension. We are very thankful to the Honorable High Court Chief Justice for his personal care and his personal push to make this dream a reality. In the person of Professor Dr. Indrajit Dubey, we have a very dynamic and futuristic person as the Vice Chancellor of this university. In the interactions that we have had with sir, it is very easy to see that the courses which are being offered will be very useful. It is not a straight-jacketed course. It is not a course tethered to only one branch or only one stream of thought or one stream of thinking in academic pursuit, but it's a very vibrant course. It's a very vibrant course for each of the undergraduate courses which are being offered, the 5-year integrated courses, and it will give a lot of creative space, intellectual space to the students also to pursue a career in legal field. And from the side of the state government, we are firmly behind the National Law University. All kind of support which needs to be given from the Education Department Government of Meghalaya, we are giving and we will give, and we really hope that the first batch starts in full swing, in full steam. And when we look at it also from the point of view of the new education policy of the government, so the talk that we had with Dr. Dubey sir was that it's not just NEP that is being implemented and the spirit of it, but it is NEP plus. It goes even a step behind, step ahead of the new education policy in the way the curriculum is designed and the opportunities it gives to all the students. So this is the brief point we would like to make. We would like to thank the respected Registrar General also for his valuable support, for his constant guidance to the Education Department. The Registrar Madam is here. She will definitely take the university to greater heights, and with the support of the Education Department and Law Department, we will make sure that the courses roll out without any kind of hassle, without any kind of...
So Mr. Eva Karumnai, Honorable Registrar General of the High Court, who was a man very silently putting everything together. So, and his phenomenal approach of doing the thing is commendable. Our Mr. Praveen Bakshi, who is a secretary now to the education, we had a long chat in different points of time, and we really started sharing each other's views. And as he has pointed out, that we are looking for putting some university which is a very futuristic in nature. Mr. Devu, who is the Joint Secretary and who is silently supporting the all movement which we are doing in the university, and as well as the pillar of the university, Madam Kirpa, Registrar, she is putting everything possible. Sometimes I generally tell that we are demanding a bit too much, or possibly we have a very high ambition to put this particular university. But she is very constant, persistent, and putting the thing in the ground. I think now I should also talk about our leader, Honorable Justice Sanjeev Banerjee, and he is very meticulous. And before I joined this particular university, I pay a visit to him to understand his vision about this particular university. And then I talked about, this university should be a futuristic and should try to imbibe the philosophy which has been provided in NEP. Rather, I said we should do a NEP plus, because our education system should be at par with the international standard today, and we should able to match whatever the the facility or type of the courses or the program which has been offered by the university internationally. So friend, let me draw your attention. The first one is the personalized learning, and we believe that in this particular creative society we have to focus more on personalized learning. So that means every person need not to have a same kind of a skill, rather they should acquire the different kind of a skill while they are completing their program. And that actually fits in the creative economy, right? Because we are talking that this is a creative economy, not even the the economy which was there in the yesterday. Rather, we need to innovate, we need to think differently, and we need to put things in place. We are talking about the community engagement. That means, university should be closely associated with the community. So, social problems should be solved by the action research, and university should keep on communicating with the community, interacting with the community, build the capacity within the community, and bringing the stakeholder again and again within the university and try to disseminate the knowledge. And the last thing which we are focusing more in this university is the research orientation. That means from the courses or the program which we are going to initiate in the university, it will be research based, and university continuously and its school continuously engage into the different research, so that near domain of the knowledge will be created and it's been disseminated. Having said that, in the university program, let me highlight now the university program. In the university program, we have basically introduced the concept of flexible learning environment, and we are basically building this particular understanding on the UGC's proposition of choice-based credit system, where the student can learn whatever they want to learn. In a university program, we generally package the courses. That means if you want to go for a BA program or BSc program or LLB program or master's program, university said you are going to get the degree if you are studying A, B, C, D, E, F subject. But what we are telling here, that we are going to tell you that when you are going to degree, how much grade you have to complete. But you can choose the courses what you want to learn. So here there is a possibility to learn many interdisciplinary courses or the courses which might not be from that particular domain itself. And that's what basically is going to contribute into the creative learning, what we were talking about. Now, second thing is that we have a large allocated credit for the non-taught courses. Non-taught courses basically are advisory support courses. That means student can initiate some of the research. They can do a self-study, but that is always a guidance. That means it is beyond the classroom. It is more with the societal engagement, and that's what we are talking about, the community engagement. That means we are trying to creating the next generation who are socially sensitive and who can really able to or have a capacity to solve the societal problem. In this particular university, we are basically flipping the concept of the program. Like as I have explained before, that in a university there is a packages of the courses, but here we are telling that while we are you can choose more and more courses from the electives which the schools of the universities is going to promote. And in the university we have several interdisciplinary courses, and those particular courses will be promoted. That means the newer understanding developed by a school, they are going to promote it as a course. And in this particular process, people will able to learn the things which might be emerging, which might be rethought, or which might able to solve the problem in the future generation. So what we are telling, that our university is more of a futuristic in nature. So that means it is not only thinking about today, but it is also thinking about that what university should position itself in the future, right? So in the university we will have three very distinct category of research programs. One is a fundamental or theoretical research, action research, and then futuristic research. So categorization will help us to focus that in which domain we are going to put our university for coming orientation of the coming days. University also focus on the interdisciplinary study. So though we are primarily the law university, but law is in a core, but we'll have the program on the policy science, we'll have a program on the management, we'll have a program on the data sciences, and all these particular domain and the discipline will interact with each other. Like today if you see, we are talking a lot about the artificial intelligence in decision support, right? And I believe you might have seen even the Supreme Court also putting a lot of emphasis on introducing the information technology in judicial process itself. So this kind of a program will enable the student to do more or thought more on this particular domain itself. Now, in university, we also thought something new in this particular university. Like for the undergraduate program, we are going to introduce the dual degree program, which is somehow different from the integrated law program, which is until now promoted by all the national law universities or other universities. In the dual degree program, what we are telling that we will have a same kind of emphasis for the domain knowledge as well as the law knowledge. So tomorrow, the student can pursue his career not only in the law domain, but they can also pursue their career in the domain itself. So imagine somebody is doing a course on policy science and law. So maybe tomorrow he might pursue or she might pursue her career most on policy science or policy science research, not in the law. Whereas somebody is doing the course in data science, so they can focus their career in the data science along with the law itself, or independently in those particular domain, but they can build on the interdisciplinary issues. In fact, in the postgraduate, university will eventually start the interdisciplinary program in the coming years, and the spirit will be the similar, so that the manpower which we are bringing, they are fit to this kind of a creative economy in coming years. Next thing which we thought that we should get the best talent internationally, and to do that we thought to design the courses with a very soft credit. That means the credit of the university courses varies from 1 credit to 3 credit maximum, by which we can upgrade the courses very quickly. We can avoid the redundancy in these particular courses, and it is also helpful to administer these particular courses from physically from the campus itself, or even if we think that we need a talent to be acquired from any part of the country or internationally, we can do that. And in the university also, we are we have ambition to promote a joint degree program with university nationally or institute nationally and internationally, and we are working for that. And we have also introduced another concept in the university. It is called a micro degree program in a master's level. That means the professionals can come back in the university, they can reskill themselves or upskill themselves, and they can, at the end of the day, can acquire, once they accumulate the credit, they can acquire the postgraduate degree. We will have, as Mr. Karunai mentioned, that we are going to be driven by technology, educational technology ecosystem. So we are introducing learning management system in the university. We are introduced the hybrid classroom. All of our classrooms are hybrid classrooms. So that means it is not only it can be used for the physical lectures, but it can also be remote lecturing from any part of the world, and there can be real-time interactions. So we can get a professor, maybe let us say in other jurisdiction, maybe from America, Australia, Canada, or maybe some of the Europe or another country, where we'll feel that that particular talent is available for us. So apart from our core faculty in the university, which every school is going to host, we are going to have a large pool of visiting faculties from the profession industry and any kind of knowledge domain where university thinks that it has to assimilate within its program itself. So the expertise, there won't be any dearth of expertise in a particular program and the courses which we want to do. Now let me come to my last leg of talks. This is relating to the development, career development of the university. So university is conscious about the student opportunity requirement today. So we are going to have a dedicated career development cell in the university, and that career development cell will advise to the career board of the students. They will also help them to choose their career based on the student interest and the attributes, where they people, they can feel themselves very strong in those particular domain. They will also help in arranging the internship nationally and internationally to these particular students, and also support in the placement in the corporate, in-house lawyering, and even with the advocate and the trial court, even with the judges as a judicial clerk. And university in the future interested to promote the legal entrepreneurship. This is a newer concept, because we found that there is a lot of space in technology domain where the judicial process can be supported. And I believe there is a much less work has been done in the country, so there can be a legal entrepreneurship to be promoted within the university. And whenever we are putting the student with the trial advocate and the lawyers, or they are engaging into the legal entrepreneurship, and we found that, well, they are not finding themselves suitable in that domain, though they have ventured there. In those cases, we will also allow them for a deferred placement. That means they can come back again in the university, and we'll arrange for their placement. So these are the career path, and we wanted our student to have exposure not only nationally and internationally, and we are working for that, to working on that, how this particular things can be feasible. I wanted to talk something for the faculty, those who will be joining in this particular university or aspirant to this joining to this university. This university is going to provide an ecosystem where you will be free to conduct your research, because I believe as a faculty we all want the freedom, and we wanted to do the research and bring something which may be in the newer domain. So university is going to provide every kind of support and ecosystem for the faculties who are joining. And in the university, as we have said, that our school will be interdisciplinary. We are not looking only for the law faculty, but the faculties may come from any domain which is relevant for the university's research and the study program. So in this particular moment, I will also welcome the students in this particular university, because this will be a newer experiment, and it is a very futuristic university. It is driven on the technology platform, and this particular university will also be interdisciplinary in nature. So large number of the academic who are interested to join in interdisciplinary type of research, or want to promote their interdisciplinary courses, this is the best university to join. And with this, I will thank everybody who have joined in this particular the conference. And I will also request to the student of our state here in Meghalaya, as well as student of the entire country and even internationally, to think positively about this particular university, join this university, make this university vibrant, and develop the university by your thought process on the contribution. And I will also request all of you to keep visiting our website. This is www.nlumeg.ac.in, and we are keep on posting whatever the development development is happening in the university, as well as you also keep eye on our all social media channel. We are keep on disseminating the information about the happenings of the university. We have 50% of state reservation for the student of the Meghalaya, as well as also for the employment from the state of the Meghalaya. State 50% seat of the university will be reserved for the state, and then after that, whatever the the category is there within that reservation policy, that will be followed.
State reservation policy for admission to the students, the roster system will not apply. For the students, the reservation policy means 50% of the total seat are been allocated to the state domicile, and the reservation policy as it states, 40, 40, 15 and 5 will be as per the state reservation policy within that 50%. And for the recruitment to the faculty and non-faculty, 100% state reservation policy to the permanent.
In fact, that's what we are looking for. We are talking about these dual degree programs, right? Here, the skill is not only your advocacy, because until now the law program has been looked as an advocacy program. That means somebody has to pass from this the law program, and then the avenue is to join into the trial or the court and to be an advocate, and then eventually become a judge, and this is a program. But if you see that today the dimension of the law program totally changed, and that's what we are talking about. There is a transactions which is a very strong, like any technology you are transferring in the country, any FDI you are bringing to a country, they need to have a kind of a lawyer to be negotiate on this particular issue. Any bilateral treaties in the within this particular state need to have a lawyer to come into this particular issue. Then we are talking about the legal entrepreneurship, because in that particular legal entrepreneurship there is a lot of things to be developed into supporting the entire ecosystem of this particular judiciary. Next thing is we are talking about large number of the PSU jobs which is require expertized legal decision making. They can join into that. And apart from this, when we are talking about the dual degree, the student who are working on the policy science, he can or she can pursue the career in the policy science. He or she can pursue the career in the management, and he or she can do the career into the data science also, where the law is going to act as a supportive domain to him or her. So what we are putting it here, a totally different dimension than the understanding which we had relating to law teaching. And that's what again I want to make a distinction. Until now we have talked about 5 years law course as an integrated law program. We are talking here as a dual degree law program, right? And it is quite different than this particular integrated law program process itself. We are also putting the options relating to the major and minors. So if you wanted to specialize in a particular domain, say for example you can do the major in law, you can do the major in even domain itself, like in the policy science. So that means what we are trying to put here are different kind of a manpower, and that's what I am repeating whatever I have told in the beginning, that we are not wanted to create a same kind of a skill set people. Every student who are going to go out from this particular university will have a different skill set, depend on his choice. So that means we are basically increasing the employability of these particular people in the job market, right? They are not same skill, rather different skill, and that's what required for a creative economy, which we have referred in the beginning. Yes, we are almost everything is in the place now. And we are going for a recruitment at present with the faculty, and I think by the end, first week of the June will be everything ready and we will to start. Yeah, we have a good number of applications we have got from all over the country for the faculty. And we have also found that many faculty who are working in leading and eminent institutions, they have expressed their interest to join. They have applied for that. And in the faculty application, we have asked for the vision for the NLU, right? And we have asked for a number of SOPs. One of the vision for NLU, what is your 5 years planning into the research, what kind of a pedagogy you wanted to use. And at my surprise, I found the people who has brought this particular kind of write-up is quite commendable. So I believe we are going to get a good faculty. And as I told you that we don't have a limitation in terms of a faculty, because we have created a hybrid classroom. So now we can create anywhere in the world. Second thing is that the courses are very small, so even if you engage some faculty in some good institution for delivering these particular courses, they can do that, because the maximum hour of the courses of group credit will be 22 hours. So they can engage it in physically as well as this thing. So we are going to take one of the best, whoever the best in the country in that particular domain, we are going to take that. Not only from the state, large number from outside the state itself, and we are going to have a national admission test, and which we are calling it as a Make UAT and Make PAT. UAT stand for undergraduate admission test, and PAT stand for postgraduate admission test. And I believe we are going to admit the student on the merit only. So, and I believe we are going to have a vibrant ecosystem of education tomorrow. We conducted online, but the student has to come in a particular center, designated center of a particular city, right? So there will be computer centers, and they have to go there and they have to give the test itself. But the test will be online. It will be automated. That means, when we are giving, both of us giving the examination, we might not get the same question at a time. So he might get a different question, I might get a different question, but it will be automatically shuffled. That means the question will be shuffled automatically. See, what we are talking about, and that's what I address in this particular process. See, we are trying to giving an ecosystem where the faculty is going to be very comfortable. Like, being a faculty for a long time, I think I am now almost more than 2 decades as a faculty in the top universities in the country. I've seen what is the most important thing is the independence, and also the ecosystem of doing the research, because most of the people who come as a faculty, they require this independence, and they require openness in the system, that whatever they want to do the research or whatever the program they want to promote, they can be given. So this university is going to give that. Relating to the financial incentive, we are giving quite a good, the pay packages. I think it's quite compatible to any of the any of the top institute in this particular country. At the same time, we are going to also, introduce the incentive, performance-based incentive. That means, if you are performing, then in that case there will be additional incentive apart from your whatever the salaries you are getting. Now, in addition of this, I'm mindful of the fact that there is a talent crunch in the country, because the institute from where I come, we have only the 1/3 of our sanction post until now, though it's a very old institute, right? But I believe over the years we can really able to bring talented people in this particular university, giving a freedom and the ecosystem and the support which we are thinking to be provided to the faculty. You will find everything which we are doing in the university is in the electronic platform. So every applications are giving a timestamp. Every scrutiny of those particular applications are in the timestamp. So there is no manual work in that particular process. And whenever the committees has been constituted, those particular committees has been constituted not by only at the discretion of Vice Chancellor, but in our statute what we have given representation of all these committee, all these councils, like academic council, executive council, and the general council, and then they will be part of this particular interview process, so that there is an absolute transparency is maintained into this particular process, and we can get the best talented people in the university.